Our mateys, hello, and welcome to the official Cabin Fever live stream where we'll be announcing all the winners from the Cabin Fever Jam. I've got a few of the judges here with me. Man, we have so many cool things to show off. A couple cool pieces of news, maybe. But let's watch this trailer one more time before we kick off to the real grand show. Just pretend you're at the Pirate Borg Academy Awards, right? Because that's what this is, right? Okay, wait, what do I got here? I gotta figure out my software. Give me a second. Ahoy, you scabby sea dogs. I'm Luke Stratton, creator of Pirate Borg, and I'm very, very excited to announce our first itch.io community content jam, Cabin Fever, brought to you by our new sublabel, Known Conspirators. This jam invites content creators like you to create content for the worst pirate setting ever made, the Dark Caribbean. You can submit your content in one of 5 categories: adventures and modules, PC class, NPCs, monsters, and ships, generators or random tables, or miscellaneous for everything else under the sea. Submissions are open for the entire month of May, and all submitters will receive an exclusive Known Conspirators antique pin and a Cabin Fever die-cut sticker. Then, a council of 7 fearsome pirate lords will debate for hours and choose the finest submissions. A total of 16 selected entries will be compiled into a print-on-demand hardcover book. In addition, those 16 winners will each receive a cash prize, plus a printed copy of the book. Everyone else, including the public, will be able to buy the book for cost at lulu.com, or get the PDF for free from our website. But wait, there's more. One grand prize winner will take home $1,000 in cold, hard cash. So clean out your gills and ready your quills, and leave her, Johnny, leave her. We can't wait to find the treasures from your mind when you get Cabin Fever. Yo, that trailer slaps. I want to give it up to Alex Miller, who I know is Boy King of Idaho, but he goes to Maps and Melodies for the music in that. Give it up to my quartermaster, Tyler, for the editing. Dude, that was great. Yeah, I think it worked too because this project turned out fucking awesome.
Yes, it did.
I am blown away by how many cool submissions we got. We got submissions from people who I've never heard of. We got submissions from people who I really look up to. Man, A+. What'd you guys think of the jam?
I thought it was amazing. I mean, this whole board community is just really, I think I said this in the interview when you were asking us what we were looking for with submissions. Like, this whole board community just is so creative, and it's awesome to see people take their initial steps into publishing and creating content with the system, and having Pirate Borg as another vehicle to drive that, and seeing it just drive it full force just was really, really awesome to see.
And I think to add to that, I feel like Pirate Borg is it has its own audience in a way. Like, there are people who weren't into Mork Borg who now are into Mork Borg because of the pirate angle, which
Yes,
I think has
definitely
been a cool thing we didn't really expect originally.
Yeah, I was just love diving into the wildly different styles and everything.
Yes.
You look at one
so
thing and be
many.
like, oh, this is so grimdark. You look at something else, like, this is so zany and awesome. And then you read something else and be like, what am I reading? And you get in and you just keep reading and reading. And you're like, this is great. I'm stealing this and I'm sticking this. And this fort's going in my game. That was awesome. And seeing the community respond to those things and have them be like, oh my gosh, this is going in my session tomorrow. This is so great. And
Or the workshopping, all the workshopping on the Discord that happened, people asking for feedback. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Overall, this was such an energizing experience. One, I love celebrating other people's creativity. And when you're working with a setting like Pirate Borg, there's no real boundaries for where you can and cannot go. So the flavor profiles on so many of the submissions were amazing, because there were some that were just like, wow, that's actually really dark, guys. And then there were some that was like, you really made a table for what? This is delicious. Can I make this at home? I think I might be able to make this drink at home. Like, overall, like, the community rallied behind something really fun, really energizing, and the creativity was over the charts. Like, I enjoyed working my way through the submissions because I kept getting surprised over and over and over and over again. This was a blast.
And I want to say thank you to you guys. Also, thank you to Brian and Jason and Brett, our other 3 judges who aren't on the stream. Like, we got 126 entries, and y'all were like hitting that page limit hard. There were a lot of 16 pagers in there. I'm like, man, I'm glad we put a page limit, because there was a lot of reading to get through. So, but I think without further ado, what you guys want to hop in? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's go.
Here we go.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna. There's a lot of entries to get through. There's a lot of really exciting, surprising turns of events that happen in this, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. But we're gonna start with the miscellaneous category. So I'm just gonna kind of read these off in reverse order, and then we've got some slides, and Tyler's gonna show off some of the PDFs. We're gonna try to keep this stream not too long, so we're not gonna go into super detail, but I want everyone to get their little 15 seconds of fame or whatever, Okay, so miscellaneous category. This was the catch-all category for the things that we couldn't figure. Like, we wanted people to make things that would fit in weird spots. So there are 2 runner-ups in each category. The order does not matter. We just decided, hey, these 2 are runner-ups. So if I read yours first or second, that doesn't matter. But we'll go the first runner-up I'll announce. Deadliest Catch by Wyatt Troll, I believe. Second runner-up was M. Allen Hall's Captain and Crew. Miscellaneous. And I believe that was the solo rules for Pirate Borg, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited to see that made the cut, just because people keep asking us for it, and now it could be absolutely. It already exists, bro. Go get it.
Go get it.
And then for the the winner of the miscellaneous category, we have Pirate Gangs, a Pirate Borg supplement by Jeffrey Campbell, Corey Hamill, and Jessica Campbell. Should I get my I feel like I should get my Oscar tie and
we didn't. We should have really made this a little more formal, guys.
I know. Okay, yeah, Tyler, can you just sing some Oscar music for us?
Dun 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 dun. Oh wait, that's just the Back to the Future things.
This is Jeffrey Campbell's first Pirate Borg nomination and award.
It's not a Benny.
Corey and
it's
Jessica?
a Gibby. It's a Gibbs. Yeah.
Pirate okay, Tyler, show us these guys.
Right,
give us some presentation here.
Screen sharing, and then I go to this. I'm gonna do this right. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Here we go. So this is the winner.
Pirate Gangs.
Gangs.
This is cool.
Oh yeah, I love the vibe on this, because I thought the art was it was close enough, but original enough, and absolutely. I really thought that was a great way to, make your own stamp.
The theme here, that these people eat all kinds of things, and then there's a menu.
And the
layout, that is super
menu.
I love that so much.
So good.
You can tell there's a lot of thought put into this.
Yeah. Very thematic, and I loved this slime entry.
Yeah, the slime entry was strong.
Yeah,
there's
2 of them here. There's the captain here, and then their crew, and that they have the slime backwards for their different stats, and she has motivations and wants to hunt you down, but will also trade with you unless you won't trade with her. And this is fantastic, very well put together.
A+ work. A+.
Yeah,
work.
the layout is stunning, babes. Well done.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Great stuff. Oh, I want to remind everyone who's maybe just tuning in or who doesn't know about this jam. Everybody who participated, who made something that wasn't total crap, which is pretty much all of them. I don't think we had to discontinue or disqualify any entries. They all get a sticker and a pin. Tyler has already ordered those. Do you have them, or they're in shipping?
No, they're one's still being manufactured. The stickers are on their way.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be great. And then the winners are all going. Well, we'll talk about the book in a second. Okay, so this is Deadliest Catch. Love the art on this.
Yeah.
Can you go to the second? Yeah.
Yeah. This one here. Sorry, I don't know why it's not scrolling.
Yeah, this is like kind of like a fishing supplement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was really well done. It was a little more traditional, and I think a lot of people like this because it's not like laid out like a typical Borg product.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a bit more of the bestiary from Pirate Borg, where you have like all the different monster dumps. So it's kind of one of those like, hey, this is actually useful content that you can load into your game.
Are you saying exciting. Are you saying that most of the Pirate Borg content's not? Like
well, I'm just saying like a lot of the like
stuff is not.
Yeah, a lot of it's trash. A lot of my stuff is trash. You know? But like if you look at traditional, not traditional, but like original Morkborg, some of those are like it's a full page of art and then like a small stat block, and that thing is the opposite direction. So it's like, hey, here are actually a bunch of useful things. You know.
Yeah, Eureka has a good comment. It's easy to read for DMs to use in the moment. So that's
well said.
It's one of the major things that people kind of like. I sell enough Morkborg products that it's like. Yeah, one of the major complaints is like it's just not like laid out well to reference, but this is definitely laid out really well.
That's the cool thing about this project, though, is there's a mix. You get people who will, you're going to get ones that are like this one from ML and Hall, really, really easy to read, and then you're going to get other ones you'll see later that are like, whoa. This is like
it's an experience to read.
Yeah. It's like, wait, did this come with Ash? Did I just get high from opening this book? Do I have cabin fever?
Am I cabin fever?
So there's a comment in the chat. This is from Stagwood. He says, "I did some rules for fishing rules in mine, but this is so much better than the idea I have." And I love that. Like that right there, just like I love the fact that this information just is going to inspire him to create. Maybe he might even just replace it, but hopefully it just kind of inspires him to make even more stuff and get more ideas. I just I love that.
A+ work. Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to the next category. This category was the generator roll table GM tool category, one very close to my heart. One thing I love about the OSR and Morkborg in general is all these tables, drop tables, Knock.
Yes.
Doug, you and I have a mutual love for the Knock magazines.
My Knocks are right here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I had those guys on the podcast the other day, man. I love those magazines. I love what they make. So this is our effort to kind of get more of that into the Pirate Borg world. Okay, so runner-up, Die in 6 Directions by JL Pie or JLP. Other runner-up is Bone Construct Dice Drop Boss Generator.
That was cool.
By Mauricio Cordero, which could be a NPC in Pirate Borg as far as I'm concerned. I love that. And then best generator goes to Tom's, Dick's, and Harry's by Tio Rocco and, excuse my pronunciation, please, Alexandra Kordarev. Please forgive me. Here's my slide for this. If I can find my mouse. Look at that. Congratulations,
guys.
Yay. All right, Tyler, take it through. Can we go backwards, Tyler? Can we start with Die in 6 Directions?
Here's Die in 6 Directions. Okay. Share screen. And here we go. Here's Die in 6 Directions. You're looking at a way to generate lots of different hexes. And
this one was really cool.
Yeah. This reminded me of that old
Bolo.
Yes. Yeah, the tank game.
Yes. Yeah. Bolo is this old Mac. It was like the first network game where you could like network computers together and play a little tank game. Yeah, this is going to be a great GM tool.
Yeah, very
especially
cool.
like in your prep sessions where you can like, roll up full islands.
Oh, for sure.
Them. Yeah.
Sorry, some of these are set to scroll and some of them are not, so forgive me.
Oh, they're like remembering your settings. Yeah, it's okay.
So, so also
I love this
to the layout here of it, the little map section. I just thought that was cool.
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the bone construct. It's a drop table, but it creates like a bone golem construct here.
It's basically like a skeleton mutant.
I was so amused with this table.
Yeah.
Also, I may or may not have done one of those drops while I was going over this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like how can you really know without doing one? Yeah.
The author has included the Photoshop file of this as well, so you can kit bash your own elements together.
So, like now that it's in the book, I feel like they should take the step to find someone in the community to do a little web app Like,
Oh,
have you seen the one for Orc Borg where it generates an orc for you? It generates the face based off his art assets. You could totally do that where it's just like, okay, this one's got 8 legs and 2 heads, you know.
So that was one thing that I kind of had in the back of my mind when we started this jam. I wondered if you would have any digital products made for Pirate Borg.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is there's so much. Go ahead, Luke.
Oh no, I think one of our stretch goals for the Dark Caribbean Kickstarter is going to be an app, like the Mothership app.
Sure.
And in my mind, that app is like, obviously it's a character generator and you can save your character and you can maybe save ships. But it's also got all the GM tables, so you can just click on them and generate. But it'd be cool to have stuff like this in there where you know. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go to Tom, Dix, and Harry. So this one is like, it is so not Pirate Borg art style, which is why I loved it. I was like, this is like, it's very piratey, but it doesn't look like my style at all.
Right.
Which I loved.
They took their own flavor profile on it unapologetically and then leaned all the way in with it.
100%.
Yeah. Very, very well constructed.
Is it just
just that? Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a 2-page spread, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very big.
Yeah,
but that
really good stuff, good layout, well put together.
Yeah, it was a solid piece. I like.
And also, I want to give a shout out to the fact that they really respected the gutter in the middle. Like this will print well in the book without a bunch of work on our end.
I didn't even think about
something
that.
Yes,
That's
true. That's clutch. That's clutch.
Good job.
So do we know? Are they publishers? Are they?
I mean, we did give out a template, a Lulu template, which has gutters in it, and we often would talk about that in the channel. We'd be like, "Hey, this looks good, but your margins are too close. Your gutters are, So
watch out. A lot of people being like, "I've never thought about that before."
Yeah,
which is also kind of cool.
Yeah, you really, especially in an actual full proper book. And I mean, this thing is going to be like, we're looking at like 180 pages. So we'll talk about that.
She's going to be thick, guys.
Yeah, she's going to be a thick boy.
Oh, yes.
That's awesome. That's a great follow up item for your workbook though, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Let's move on to the next category, which is the monster NPC ship category. Now, I kind of think that these could have been almost 3 different categories, but it's just kind of a catch-all. I wanted somewhere for someone who could make. I want to make a ship or a bunch of ships to have a category to go into, and that's what we ended up. So, the runners up for monster NPC ship category are Forlorn Encounters by Francisco Lemons and Melfi.
Yay.
And Children of Urata, Baltic and Slavic Folk Nightmares for Pirate Borg.
So cool.
By, but once again, please excuse my name pronunciation, Paul Kitchman, Michael Gwarowski, and Ian Servas. Congratulations, guys. Great job. Show this monsters winning slide. There we go. You didn't read,
and the winner is.
Oh yeah, and the winner is I should Red Bart's Navalry, Legendary Ships and Crews. Actually, that worked out well because I didn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Brandon
Tyler.
Butler, DC Stowles, and Anton the Fourth Blake. And here
my award announcer license has been revoked. So
here we go. Here's one of the runner up. Forlorn and four words.
Words. It's okay. Listen, it's Monday, right? We trying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is Francisco's first submission to the Pirate Borg Content Jam. I feel like we should have just filmed this in advance, like a full award show, and had bloopers. We're like,
oh yes,
great.
We're like, I have a nip slip and stuff. It's a scandal.
I really want to point out great commitment to letting the art take up half the page.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I really like this art style. Like this.
Also, go ahead, Doug. Sorry.
No, I would literally want a whole. I could go through a whole book of. This
style works well enough to be a whole publication.
Agreed.
Limited color palette, A+. I remember seeing some of this art come through in the Discord and thinking like, oh wow, this is gonna be good. Like especially the Baroness of Malaria, Baroness of Malaria.
Now, this is about the parasitic beard, dude.
Yeah, dude.
This the whole situation.
Yeah. That's definitely so Pirate Borg.
That's awesome.
A+. Good work.
All right. Children of Urata. This is just stunning right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these pages, these monsters, like she shows up and she summons a bunch of other of these monsters, which is pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
so it's like a themed bestiary.
Yeah, she's 777 hit points with almost perfect morale. Yeah.
Dude, the art in this is so good.
I can't with the art, guys. Like, I literally want posters of these.
so
Like,
good.
these are stunning.
Oh, for sure.
And Powell, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong.
I think it's
Powell, Pawel. He just released another Morkborg supplement, Kill Your Necromancer, where you basically play as like a revolting skeleton and you have to kill your necromancer.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
That's
that.
awesome.
I picked it up at UK Games Expo, so I was excited to see that he made the cut, as they say.
Man, this
great.
is so pretty, guys.
Good
It's
job.
just fun to even look through again. Like, oh,
Yeah. Okay, and then the winner, which I'm excited to get some more ships into the game.
Yeah.
This was. I thought that this one did a really, really good job of leaning into the Pirate Borg style, but then putting their own flair on it. This has the parchment and the black at the top. Like, this person clearly has digested the Pirate Borg content.
mm-hmm.
And I really appreciated that approach. And this is like the same kind of stat block style, which I think will be easy for people who have Pirate Borg to understand.
This is such an easy entry to follow up on after, like, I just finished reading Pirate Borg. What do I read next?
You can stream right into this one. Yep.
Yeah. Also, I love the almost Rick and Morty-esque style artwork of their faces. That's what it struck me.
Yeah, these
as,
NPCs are
really
awesome.
They're really.
Yeah, they
I love
are.
that. Like, I love that fat French governor dude.
This guy over here. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Montague
Abernathy of the Royal Jewel.
Of the Royal Jewel.
So what's really cool, I really love this part. Each one of these it's 4 ships, these ships here, and then each one has a captain, officers, and crew, much like the legendary officers and stuff, which I find this stuff to be so useful as a GM, to be like, crap, a ship shows up. Not only do I need a name and a captain, I need its crew and what's unique about the ship, and bam, here it is.
Flip it over, show the picture, call it a day.
It was quick top rating for me.
Each one of those is easily a session, and given how players work in RPGs, they'll probably balloon into multiple sessions for each one of those.
It's campaign in a bottle.
Keeping things moving. Congratulations, everyone.
We're actually doing good. We're going quicker than I thought we might. So now we're moving on to PC class. A contentious category, because I had discovered there's a point when I said to the judges, I think specifically Tyler, I was like, man, we shouldn't have done PC class. I don't like classes. They're boring. And Tyler's response was, dude, they're the best category. What are you talking about?
It's literally my favorite category.
And my comment had nothing to do with the entries. I'm a GM, and I don't need more player options. That's just not the kind of D&D I'm into. I'm a character-driven D&D player. Tyler is the opposite. He wants
total opposite. Give me more character options for days. I love it.
So here we go. Let's see if I can do better on this one. And the runners-up are The Tattooed and the Griot. By Scott Hertrick and Olivia Hertrick. The other runner-up is Band of Misfits, 3 classes for Pirate Borg, by Ben Form of Squirrel, Stefan, and Taylor Arkham Archivist Boothie. And then the the winner of the category is Scrimshaw by Thomas. Somebody else should be reading these names. I can't even read. I can't even read English words, and now I got to embarrass these poor people. Thomas Zitkevitz. Congratulations, guys!
Congrats, guys!
I'll be honest with you guys. A little behind the scenes, inside baseball. This category was the hardest to judge. We had a very, very big tie that we really had to deliberate on. To break in, how these would all lay out. So good work
There were
on
many classes that were all like, all of these could make it. And
so yeah, anybody listening, if you didn't make the cut, it wasn't because your stuff wasn't good. It just these are the ones that we thought were the strongest entries. But anybody who's playing Pirate Borg should definitely go look up the other categories first.
Yes.
These might not be the best ones
Yes.
for your campaign. So
And I think
let's
some of
take
that
a look.
could it simply have just been the vibe. It was like, oh, well, if these are identical, we're going to go with the one with this, like, maybe is slightly more Pirate Borgy in art style. I don't know. I'm like, it could be something as simple as that. But
Yeah.
the class usage and stuff, like, I spent a lot of time giving notes on people about their classes of, like, this was too powerful. This is not powerful enough compared to other classes. Because as a player, you don't want to just be outshined by someone else. So I care a lot about that. Not that balance matters. But,
No, I mean, you don't want it to be an unfun game experience.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
And so
Right.
there's a bunch in there that when my players sit down and they're like, I want to do this, I'm going to be like, oh, that class exists and it's right here. So,
Yeah.
so great
Yeah.
job on that.
And
guys.
I also want to say that there is an option to I don't know how to do it, but I know Blair knows how to add these to Foundry so that you can add them. I think we'll probably try to get the ones that are in the book at least added to the
Oh,
core
yeah.
module so that
Yeah.
you can, if you're in Foundry, you can actually have these included in the random generators.
Dope.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we'll make that happen.
Okay, so I thought that this entry, I just thought it really had such a strong vibe for like a late campaign Pirate Borg vibe. This is very Mork Borg meets Pirate Borg. Can you
Sure.
switch it to spreads, Tyler?
Yeah, let me figure out how to do that.
Because they definitely designed it as spreads.
Yeah. There's supposed to be a view option right here. It's why I stopped using Acrobat.
Oh, it's in the bottom right now. They moved it. See the little.
I froze. Hold on. Well, keep
That
going,
button,
Luke.
I think.
You were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just gotta
I
get
just
the
thought that
title
this
page.
one, you need to click it again, and there's an option to.
It's frozen. I'm with you.
Okay, so yeah, I just thought this really leaned into the grim dark, which, I think that Pirate Borg really can be dynamic in that you can run it for kids, or you could run it as Fairy Pirates of the Caribbean, or you could run it as Mork Borg in the Dark Caribbean. Like you could run it as very gray skies, and I think this leaned into that vibe. Also, the idea of just like a tattoo-driven class, I thought was really cool. Are you like totally
Apologies.
frozen now?
This screen only is frozen on my computer.
It would be just that one too. Technology.
Yeah, just
So,
force quit it. Force quit.
Yeah, I got all
Maybe
the
I
other
can pull
ones
it up
open
on my
underneath.
end.
So,
Cool.
Kilkenny Cat from the chat. I
stand by
completely
for
agree.
Technical difficulties.
The quality of this jam is insane.
Yeah,
I agree.
It was really tough on a lot of these.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here.
Stand by for station identification.
It's all good.
Stand by for station identification.
I'm going to take a look at. Oh, look, Mark from Dirty Woods is in the comments,
Oh, Mark.
and Mark
Oh, cool.
at Dirty Woods makes some amazing Pirate Borg dice vaults.
He sure does.
So I don't know if anybody's part of the Pirate Borg group on Facebook, but
There we go. I got it, Tyler.
Mark posted some of those.
Yeah, hi, Mark. Yeah, Mark and Janet are good friends of ours. Dirty Wood makes great stuff, great dice boxes. I have a DCC dice box that they made that I take with me every time I need my DCC dice, which is actually more often than you'd think because they have so many cool sizes. Okay, let's stay on this here. So here's the Tattooed, which is a class that is based around having basically magical tattoos.
Magical
Your
tats,
tattoos
yeah.
give you your abilities. My only critique, and I know I'm not trying to critique a lot of these, I just thought that this could have been like 20 or 30 tattoos. Like I want to see them spill into the next page.
Yeah.
I think maybe we could push them to do a few more for the actual print because I was like,
There is
dude, there's-
another entry that has, I think, literally 30 tattoos in it.
Yeah, but it'd be nice if they were
Miscellaneous.
all balanced because these are all class abilities. So it'd be
Oh, yeah,
cool if
yeah,
it was like, oh, there's 30 abilities. So everybody has a totally different guy based on like, oh yeah, I got this angel here, and it gives me I can fly once a week. And then this one is the one I really thought caught my eye. Just the kind of this is definitely
Ooh, that's so provocative.
it's leaning into traditional voodoo and whatnot.
Yep.
So that is maybe worth, talking about. Granted, I didn't make it, so that maybe helps the situation, but we have kind of steered away from the actual religious things in Pirate Borg, though I love to see the actual Loas approached in this. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler, are you for unfroze?
Yeah. Do you want me to do the next one?
Yeah, because I don't. Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Apologies for that. Acrobats being but we're back.
Haha, we're good now. Let's go.
Okay, so this is the Ben Scrimshaw was. Which one's the next runner-up? I just can't remember. Confused.
Class. Here we go. Band of Misfits.
Band of Misfits. Loading here. So you got the Mess, which is like a cook focus style one, which is great. I read all these ahead of time and gave notes and stuff on different balances and things that should be. Yeah, they just did a great job with this as well. And this does a nice job of not being just a copy of the Brute, but with food. It like has a nice mix of things. And I love this, like,
God, I love
the
that
barnacle, the like setup. This is like really cool how it's laid out in different ways. It's all about having like lots of things in your pack.
Yeah.
In this class.
It's like kind of like a stowaway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the sulfur is someone who's good with powder, with different kinds. They have Cannoneer, and this is a class that gets benefits while you're in naval combat.
Very cool,
Something
yeah.
we've seen very little of so far, which I think is really exciting. It's also balancing that, like, you may be in a group that doesn't do that very often, or you may be in a group that does that all the time. So to be like,
did I freeze? Is that me?
Yeah,
okay.
You can multi-class into it or whatever. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, these were good. The barnacle entry is just every single time I would flip through that one, I would just have to stop and experience it. Because that's like one of those pages that you're just like, oh, this is so fun to engage with.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. All right, and then Scrimshaw was the finalist here. Oh, these are the
winner of the category. Yeah.
The winner of the category, yeah. All very good. Let's see if I can. Nope. Sorry. It will not let me change the view. I'll get it back in just a second here. Scrimshaw, I have it.
Hey, listen, it's Monday. Technology is technology.
Hey, I can't,
I'm going to pull it up so I can at least talk about it.
I got it.
Yeah, so the Scrimshaw entry had the Angler class.
With the yes.
Yeah, with fishing. The fishing's built into this.
Yeah.
And then the Coagulant has, like, cool, I can't remember, blood powers?
There's a lot to remember, so forgive us. Don't take it personally if you don't have them all memorized.
126 entries. We was getting
I
it.
love this one. The Reaper has
Reaper was cool, yeah.
You get like different weapons, and it's just really
So I don't know if this person probably doesn't know this, Thomas, but there is a very, very like end game level NPC in the Dark Caribbean called I forget his name, but he's basically the avatar of the Dark One, which is a nod to my friends from Archon Games. He's basically this like flaming goat-headed robed guy sent from hell to reclaim all the undead that have escaped. And I thought that it was so cool to read this because this is sent from the devil himself to end the scourge. Like this guy, because he's literally like, maybe we actually work with you and tweak this to be like disciple of the Dark One or something, so that when Dark Caribbean comes out, it's like, you can play as one of those dudes, very cool. I thought this, the Ash Burner, I thought that was very cool add on there. And then what was the last one? Shipwright.
Shipwright, yeah.
The Shipwright. Yep.
Had some cool abilities with ships in addition to stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think this kind of really speaks to like one of the strengths of Pirate Borg being deadly and Mork Borg being deadly. Like, I think, you know what? I'm not going to pick Shipwright for a 3-year D&D campaign. But, hey, we've got a great ship. We picked up this Shipwright in port. Oh, my other character died. If I build my next character as this class, I can play that for a while. And then when he dies, I can move on and play something different. Like, that's a really cool way to experience the game.
Yeah.
And guys, just pulling this from the creator in chat, Scrimshaw was my first time really writing anything from Workborg. I'm so incredibly grateful for breaking me out of my shell and getting this out of me and onto like this. So like, honestly, congratulations, babe.
Yeah.
Bravo
awesome.
and well done.
I know we chatted before, so great work.
Yeah, good job. Okay, let's move on to I lost my spreadsheet here. The next category is adventure. which is, of course.
Oh man, Jesus, this one was tough.
This one was
This one
really,
was stressful.
really tough. So, yeah, we had a really hard time choosing. There are some standout entries for sure. But I think that this is the most exciting category for the community because while GM tables are cool and classes are cool, this is the stuff that you can pick up. You can get your copy of Cabin Fever or get the free PDF and run these tomorrow. I mean, you can even run them tonight because they're already
they're
online.
Ready. They're uploaded.
Yeah. Okay. So the runner-up. Drum roll, please. The Dark Column by Dante Person and Trick Art.
This one was good.
And, yeah. The other runner-up is Shrine of the Slithering Slumber by JVC Perry and Lewis Williams.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see that JVC made the cut because he's the only person who's written an official Pirate Borg content that isn't Tyler or I.
Yeah.
So that's cool that his content is worthy of the Brethren Court of Judges. And then for the grand prize winner for adventure, we have The Way of the Worm.
We have the word.
Congratulations,
by
guys.
Alexander Yachka Zelt and Sabrina Yachshak. Sorry. How do you say that? Who cares? I mean, I care. Who cares that I suck at it is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. Tyler, let's take a look.
Here we go. Boom. Here is the Dark Column.
The Dark Column. Oh, this one also leaning into the dark vibe.
Yep.
I love the art in this one. I thought that it was very original and evocative.
Yep.
But the layout style and the kind of old black and white parchment fit the vibe well.
It did. And it's very easy to lay your eyes on. It's very easy to navigate and walk through, flipping through it. It's like, wait, what is like? This was very easy to digest. It was very easy to pick your hands on and go like, okay, got it. Understand. I see where we're going.
I thought this is very good job of doing the things that we like in the OSR, which is, what is this? Oh, I can look and see. What?
Yep.
Where? Like, how do I run this room? Oh, it's bullet pointed and there's a picture of the thing that matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm very happy to see this made the cut. I think this is going to be a great addition to not only the book, but to game Pirate Borg tables around the globe.
Sorry, I can't do spreads. I've tried many times, but
it's okay. I think this one still stands up as single pages. Which
it does.
Yeah.
This is cool too. Like the scale, I don't know. It's just.
Well, and these two, like Luska is a legendary. I think that'll probably be in Dark Caribbean, so it'll be cool to have multiple approaches. Luska is a legendary creature that lives in blue holes in the Bahamas. Nice. So I really always really like seeing history make it in or folklore.
Yeah.
Lich Lord, dude, Lich is like one of my love language words.
Yeah, Luke would marry a Lich if he
Lich,
could
the necromancer, but you had me at undead, you know.
Yeah.
You had me at undead. Oh, you say the kindest things.
Oh my god, we should make T-shirts. You had me at undead.
You had me at undead.
Dude, write that down. Someone email me that right now so I don't forget.
Writing that down.
Okay, this one, Slithering Slumber. I thought, man, what a great way to see. Is there any way we can see this one in spreads, Tyler?
If I try and switch it, it will crash. So
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can you close it and then whatever? We'll just use our imaginations. Maybe before you turn the next one on, try to switch them before.
Okay.
I thought that this was nice to get a Mazoan entry. Although, I mean, a lot of entries are kind of Mazoan in flavor, but this one especially is very like you could put it on any island or you could put it in the Dark Yucatan. Yeah, I wish you could see this one in spreads.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I click the thing, it'll force quit
freeze
the whole
on
thing.
you. Yeah.
Apologies.
You get the undead conquistador.
Yeah, obviously JVC Perry knows what he's doing in this realm, but also great layout here with their artist.
I think he had somebody else do the layout and art. Maybe he did the layout, but I know that.
Yeah.
Go to the credits.
Yeah, it's someone else. I just can't remember the name. Lewis Williams, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Apologies if we have that like backwards somehow.
Well, I know that JVC wrote it. His name's Josh.
That's great.
For those who don't know Josh's work, I found his work because he wrote this really, really incredible 5th edition adventure called Call from the Deep. which is basically like if you read the credits to it, you'll be like, oh yeah, him and Luke are going to be friends. It's like I love Call of Cthulhu and Pirates of the Caribbean and Indiana Jones, and I was like, did we just become best friends?
Are we best friends? Did that just
Don't
happen?
you have
Yes.
a podcast episode with him too, Luke?
I do. We have a podcast episode, and he wrote The Sinking of Cathagan, which is we're gonna be running that a bunch at Necronomicon.
Nice.
Although I'm very upset to hear that my dear friend Bridget is not going to be at Necronomicon.
I know.
We're gonna have to do the live Pirate Borg live without you.
I know,
very
but I'll be in
sad.
the chat and I'll be loud and hyping you up and encouraging you to make terrible decisions.
But yeah, so happy to see this made the cut.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Way of the Worm.
I'm gonna drop the link to that podcast episode in there as well. Here's Way of the
Oh,
Worm.
this one, yeah.
This was cool.
Yep. This one was dope.
This is another one that was like, it kind of leaned into its own style.
Yeah.
Especially with the art, which I loved. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, these are very evocative. I mean, like you can see here, oh yes, they looked at Pirate Borg to see how to lay out NPCs, but the art vibe is totally different.
Totally different. They went their own direction.
Which is great. It's absolutely great. Very professional. Like the art is very professional.
It's very
looking.
good. Yeah, this looks like a polished product.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean, I
one of the
love-
first pages I saw previewed that like people shared in the Discord, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be awesome!"
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, here we go. I mean, and that won Best Adventure for a reason. So
yeah. 16, just awesome. Pages
yeah,
of
and I
art.
love these. I love these built-in locations. Yeah, this is another one. Like I said,
Look at this.
you can really tell that they digested Pirate Borg and then
Yes.
improvised in their own direction. Like look at this
Absolutely.
caves here. Like yeah,
Oh yeah, this is
and
like
that-
this
and
is
this-
both in the Pirate Borg style or the OSR style, but also different art. Their
Uh-huh.
art has their own did their thing with it, which is awesome.
yeah, and really good attention to layout. Fonts, very good use of fonts, which is
I
kind
love-
of a hard thing to pick up.
Yeah, that these two, like you could use this location, like, oh, I need a cave, like, oh, I can pull it from that adventure, like even if you don't use the whole adventure.
Yep.
Yeah, and then with the encounter tables, yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's cool to see. I got inspired by so many other people to make my adventure in Pirate
Yeah.
Borg, and then to see it, it's almost like not a feedback loop, but like I don't know. It's like remixes through the,
Yeah.
Remixes is a good word choice. Yeah.
In the West Marches campaign, which is free for everybody who wants to play all summer, just by the way, the Wretched is really ramping up. We have players who are like actively building a church, and they just gave stuff to the drowned and stuff. It's really awesome. So this generator is definitely going to get you. I'm literally going to give it to
love
him
that.
and be like,
Love
"Yo,
that.
use this more."
I just love the idea that we're like building this group world. It's just so cool. Like
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay,
I want to say
cool.
the adventures as a whole, where there was definitely like when people were like, "We need more." When is the winner's going to be announced? I was like, "Look, in order to judge the difference between this 5-way tie and adventures, we have to really read them and get into them and get everyone's opinion. Like it mattered. So there are several entries that deserve to be on the screen right now with them, and there just can only be 3, right? So
Agreed.
Yeah.
But boy, they were
Excellent
fighting
job.
hard with each other, honey.
yeah,
That
big
5-way
time.
tie was tough.
Yeah. So if anyone's sitting right now, I'd be like, man, I was for sure we had it. Just be like, you did.
You probably did.
But
This
we
much.
also have a few interesting turn of events that are coming up, which we'll get to
Yeah.
in a second.
Yes.
So before we go any further, we want to make an honorable mention shout out. Since we started the jam, one of the participants we hired full time, Zach Goins, is now full time at Limitron. He's absolutely crushing it.
Yes.
I feel like I'm so excited about. I just got goosebumps. I'm so excited about our future because Zach is really filling a gap that I used to have to cover that Tyler couldn't really cover. And he is doing a lot of stuff for the upcoming Kickstarters, and he's going to be laying out this book.
Ooh.
And both of his entries ranked. I won't say more than that, but they both ranked, and we felt like it wasn't really fair to let an employee of the company win the jam. So we have decided to include him in the book as 2 additional entries. and he's still going to get like the same level of compensation that he would have. But we didn't want him to. We thought it was unfair for him to rob spots because, knowing that he was coming to work for us, that he might have put up more time than a regular person. You guys get the idea. So
yeah, he was already working on it before we had hired him, which is pretty cool. But
that is cool. But I just didn't. I just didn't feel. I wanted. Look, this is a win for everybody because Zach gets in the book.
Yeah,
he gets
more content.
More people get in. The book is bigger. Yeah. So we're going to honorable mention both of his things, both ranked before we decided to make this decision. So his adventure, The Repentant, and his class is the Privateer and the Powder Monkey made it. I think I'm maybe going to pitch for Zach to maybe pick a new name for the Powder Monkey for reasons that we've experienced in the history of Limithron, but we'll talk about that at another time. Let's take a look.
All right. So here, we'll start with this one. The class is here.
Art was so fun.
Again, here, I'm going to try it. Nope. It doesn't.
Nope. Denied. Okay.
Denied.
Can you do it and then turn it on, the share?
Oh, maybe that might be why it's. Hold on. It worked 2 pages. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Smart, Luke. Smart.
Look at Luke coming up with this.
Watch, he click share and the world ends.
And then
the whole world.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great class here about, being good with bombs and different powder stuff, and different abilities unlocked. Like this one's locked behind getting a different ability, which I thought was cool, and a way to get to that.
Yeah, it's like a way to kind of a level up progression. Yeah.
And this
so cool.
And then are they also monsters? Like
this page is no, sorry. This is the cover page.
Oh, you need to turn that thing on again.
Yeah, I have to stop screen sharing to do it.
It's okay. We'll just talk about it for a second.
1 second.
So just click on it, and then make sure you click on 2-page view and also show cover page.
Yep.
Yeah, the stuff that Zach sends me messages about are very exciting. I can't talk about most of them, but there are some very exciting things in the future of Limithron. Like, okay, this looks. Oh, I love that he's got the known conspirator logo on the flag.
Logo on that flag. Yeah,
it's perfect.
This class is like a fighting class or fighting. It's like a talking fighting class ish, but it's specifically based on being English, Spanish, or French. And it has a built-in mechanic that after you've leveled up into it twice, you're supposed to go level up in something else. That this is like kind of like your background of where you started. That is really cool.
I love that it just builds in the factions. It just kind of built the world building is built into the class. It's really cool.
That's
good articulation.
Yeah.
Right,
and then can we see
the Repentant? I'm pulling up. I had all this stuff opened earlier, but as soon as it crashed, it killed it all. So
relief.
Checking the spread. Nope, changing the spread.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Zach, and welcome aboard, me hearty.
2-page view.
Yeah.
We thought about having him on the stream, but we thought we'd just keep it to the judges. There's enough of us here. And you're going to see a bunch of him down the road, I'm sure.
And then,
should we just move on?
No, I got it. Here's the Repentance.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not blue. It's been highlighted.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. You know what? This is also interesting. I did a whole Patreon release of maps for this, and all of my content from the Patreon was allowed to be used, and almost nobody used it. Very few people used.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting,
I thought was
too.
interesting. When Zach used it, this is one of my ships, which is, I actually don't care either way, but... Oh, this is the adventure. I'm sorry.
This is the adventure. Yeah. So these guys, the adventure overview is just that they have a pact with demons, and then they kill people, and the demons suck their souls out, and then when they get re-raised, they get turned into ash, and the ash is like brimstone ash. It's a different type, and you can turn them through. They have like a brimstone, the ash grinder here at the base and stuff, and some people ran this at Origins, which was pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah. It's great.
Oh, the Ashen Priest. This kind of reminds me of like a step towards Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Like a grimdark Sea of Thieves.
Apologies for the delays there.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Great work.
Okay. So moving on to the grand prize winners. Now this is very interesting. This is minor spoiler, but organically, some of the winners in these categories did not win in their respective categories, which is very interesting. I did not account for that. The downside is, well, that means that some people didn't win twice when they thought they might have. But the upside is that we get more people in the book and there's more content because that was a slot that wouldn't have been doubled up. Right. So it's definitely a win for the community. And I think it also speaks that some of these things, like, they were the best at one thing, but there were just other things that were stronger at the other elements, you know?
Yeah.
So the first we're going to go for, which this one I'm very excited about. This is also another Zach friend of mine. Best layout goes to Shanties of the Sargasso by Zach Moeller and Buddy Costner. This one, Tyler, show us the layout. You'll see why this one won the layout. And like, we're not saying this wasn't the best adventure, but like Zach made, is there a class in there as well? Like, he did a bunch of stuff for this.
Yeah, the Ash Dealer.
Yeah, this is their whole Ash Dealer class. And he actually took the time to pay attention. Like, this thing takes place in Bermuda. And I was like, hey, just so you know, like, Bermuda's not called Bermuda anymore. It's called the Isle of Devils. And he like worked that into this. So this was future forward compatible with the Dark Caribbean book. So I thought that was really cool.
It's best.
So yeah. The layout is really great. Zach's been working. Him and I have been at Patreon in a Patreon creators Discord for a couple of years, and he did Spelljammer ships. Art for all the Spelljammer ships were really incredible. So I was really happy to see that he was even going to do something for this, and the fact that everybody thought that it deserved recognition was really cool. Do you guys want to say anything on this?
It's just stunning, like, it's an experience to sit through again.
Yeah. Great work, Zach.
This very much is like the Borg.
Yeah.
Just like, it's just a Borg product. You can tell just like right away, and then it's just beautiful to look at.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm kind of like, man, do I need to like plan around this when I get to Isle of Devils in the book?
Like, just keep it,
or maybe just like not do as much as I was going to, you know, because I don't.
Yeah.
There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Very great entry. Can you go to the end? Did we see the whole thing yet?
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. Congratulations, Zach.
Congrats,
I'm
babe.
not sure what your other credit did, but congratulations to that person too. Okay, so the next one was also another really hard category. I think the voting fairly clearly laid it out who the best art was going to go to. But I'm very happy to announce Best Original Art, Children of Urata, Baltic and Slavic Folk Nightmares. This is the second award for Paweł Kickman, Michael Garwarski, and Ian Servas. Tyler, can you bring this one back up? I mean, like, this was tough. There are some other ones that I thought the art was just as good, but this just really, really jumped off the page. And I thought,
this is really well done.
Look at that guy. Look at that priest dude with the fucking tail. Like,
oh, no, like, babe, it's all about the hands under the water, right? That's that one, honey.
I thought this creature was like 300 feet large. I mean, it's so daunting.
It's funny that it only has 6 hit points.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, it's a smaller creature. Oh, I got it. But it was so epically awesome.
But you could also just give it, put a couple of 6s behind that.
Yeah, it's
you could make prints of these and sell them, no problem.
Dude, yeah, A+. Yeah, these are the art in this was really, really good.
Like, I want posters of a couple of these.
Exactly.
This definitely just made all of us go, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think this is going to have to be one of those ones that, like, we print the cover page on page 1, and then it goes, because there's a couple of those, like, single pages. So, but that's a problem for Zach to worry about. Not me.
Welcome to the team, Zach.
Wow, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so we've done, are we here at the spot?
No, best writing.
Oh, but I skipped a slide. Okay, yeah. Okay, best writing. This is another one. Like, this one
was tough too. This one struggled.
This was really tough, but this one, I think if we're going to be blunt, I think that this one didn't win best adventure because it didn't have some of the, like, art elements. It's very just clean. But
which the writer knew.
Yes. But we thought it was so well written that Unmoored, M. Allen Hall, So this is someone who won another category. This is the second Cabin Fever award for M. Allen Hall. But this adventure didn't win, which is I thought was actually a really cool turn of events. I hope that is exciting for everybody. So can we see it, Tyler?
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go.
Yeah. So I mean, I felt like it didn't have crazy art, but it also didn't need it. I feel like this thing has it's so well laid out that you can just go it,
Yep.
Yeah, it's an adventure, and you like come in here, and this island is sinking in the water, and it's sinking in order of the numbers as you go higher to stop a ritual.
A very cool time mechanic. There's like cultists, and the islands sink. Yeah, just what Tyler just said. So as time progresses, each of those numbers in numerical order sink underwater, and there's a faction trying to prevent that, and another that's trying to make it happen. Very well written.
The writing was stunning on this one.
Alan has a bunch of Allen Hall he does this. I think it's his primary thing. He has many other adventures out as well. I recommend checking him out. We met him at PAX Unplugged last year.
Yeah, he was part of the Corpse Run.
Run.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And that's actually where Tyler and I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So before we get to the grand prize thing, there's a couple, I guess, minor announcements. So the big topic that we've kind of debated internally is, with the winner's consent, we would like to do an offset print of the book.
What's an offset print of the book, Luke?
So like we were going to do print on demand on Lulu, like basically like, hey, this is a low risk thing where we'll compile it, we'll give the PDF out to everybody for free, and then we'll put it up on Lulu. We'll sell it at cost, which will be great. Everybody can get it. But the quality won't be that good. And then we can't include it in other, we can't sell it at conventions, and we can't order a bulk run from Lulu. That won't be like, So our talk internally was, hey, well, if we order enough of these as part of an offset print run, we can get the price point low enough that it'll be the same retail price or close that it would be for print on demand. So the people who want to buy the book are saying getting the same price. It would ship immediately from our warehouse, and it would be offset print quality, which means it would be the same printer that we use to print Pirate Borg. So like I said, we're changing the conditions of the thing. So I want to get everybody to approve that. I can't imagine that they aren't going to be down for that.
Right.
Because it'll mean long-term representation of their work at our table and on our web store. Right. And so what my thought is we have a Kickstarter coming up this fall, which is Down Among the Dead, which is not that long from now. So what I would like to do is print those books as part of that printing and ship them all together, and then include it as an add-on to the Kickstarter.
Holy hell!
So that you can save on shipping when you get.
I love that.
Right? That sounds like a good idea, right? So then you don't have to pay Lulu a separate shipping, and then everybody can get Cabin Fever when they get Down Among the Dead, which I think is going to push it probably a little later than doing just print on demand. But everybody still gets the PDF for free. Yeah, I think it's a win. Overall, it's a win-win, and we're in this for the long haul, and I think it's a better move for the community. So
we should talk about if we still want to put it up on Lulu for people who want to order it.
Oh, like if that may, I don't know. I guess we can talk about that. I don't really like the thing about the Lulu thing is like, now that we know how good it is going to be, I want the print to be good too.
Only
I don't want
one out there, and
I don't want print on demand floating around when we could do. I mean, we could do like ribbon for it and stuff. Like I don't know. We'll see. So
purple
that's yeah. So do you guys want to say anything else about the jam before we get to the grand prize winner?
Just a massive congratulations to everyone who submitted. Whether you were recognized here, you are definitely recognized for having the courage, the energy, and the initiative to actually submit. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
And once again, I want to thank the judges for reading all these entries. I really appreciate it. I know you guys are all busy.
I just want to say that like your Pirate Borg community, your Limithron community is amazing, Luke and Tyler. Like I know you've only been doing this for, how long have you been doing this? Like a couple of years at this?
I think this is year 3.
You have to say 3 years. Pandemic, right?
Like, if you
right
count
around
COVID,
the pandemic was when I started the show.
Yeah, my first Patreon release was almost exactly 4 years ago in middle of June. So I started doing maps in June of 2020.
There are publishers that I've known in this industry that have been working in this industry for 10 years plus at this point, and they would die to have, they would love to have the community that you have around your Pirate Borg game and just everything. So and everybody's so supportive. That goes for a lot of the board community anyway, or the majority of the board community is super awesome anyway. But like everybody that I've ever interacted with that had a Pirate Borg book or had something at a convention, because I do quite a few conventions, like everybody that I've been able to see, like, is always super, super friendly, super excited, super there's a lot of passion and love like behind your book and like behind your game. And it's so awesome to see that, like, you went from like here to here in just a matter of like, a couple of years. And it's been awesome. And that says that you're connecting with a lot of people and, and those people are amazing. And so, shout out to the Pirate Borg community, because y'all are just some great people.
I agree. I'm kind of blown away at the community, at how it's coming together. I mean, this West Marches thing we've got going, it's just so exciting. So
there is one other person that I want to give a shout out to, and that's your mom, Eve. She's amazing. Without her, we would not have either of these two individuals.
My mom.
I got to text her that we were doing this, so otherwise she'd be on right now.
Yeah. She is literally one of my favorite people on the planet. I've got the chance to see, go out to dinner with her, and with the guys too, not just
we
me.
Were there. We were there. Down, Doug.
But she is amazing, and you can definitely tell that she has cultivated inspired two really talented and amazing, men here. And so, I think it all starts with your mom and your dad as well, your father as well. But I know your mom Dad. More than, but, I want to give your mom a shout out, because she's an amazing person, and
she is amazing.
I know she's got some brownie points for you next time she sees you.
What's that?
She's got some brownie points to give you next time she sees you. Yeah.
I love when I see her, like, and like she hugs me before she hugs you, Tyler.
Oh God, thanks for bringing that back up.
Oh, that is delicious.
Dude, it was
That's
amazing.
a true story, by the way. That actually did happen. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, moving on from that conversation.
Yeah, okay.
We will be following up with Cabin Fever winner surveys to those winners. We're going to give a 24 hours, unless Luke wants to change this, to let this video sit on YouTube and live if people want to watch it who could not make it after work before, maybe 48 hours before we send the surveys out. But if you're hearing this, we have your emails from the previous survey, so we'll email them out to you, but we don't have your emails directly from itch.io. So if anybody watches the stream and they don't get an email within the next 48 to 72 hours, reach out to me or Zach and our team, and we'll make sure you get that so we can get your contact information for when we get the book out and get your prizes.
Yeah, and we are going to the book is going to be edited. I'm going to take a creative pass through and give notes. This is kind of the difference between it just being a jam and being like a kind of official one, is that we want it to really, we're going to check it. Maybe we'll have Bridget look at it for sensitivity stuff, that kind of stuff. We're really going to like put the work in to make it an official release. Yeah. So just
we're proud of it, man. Yeah. You guys are awesome.
It's really exciting project. Okay, so to the surprise of nobody who paid attention to this jam, this grand prize winner is actually someone I know in real life. He has come to several Ship of the Dead meetup groups in Denver. I was going to say here in Denver, but I'm actually in Poland right now.
Oh God, what time is it there right now, babe?
It is 11 p.m. So.
Woo, you got it. You're almost there, honey.
So this guy, this did not affect our voting, I promise you, and nobody else knows this person but me. But I met this person because he invited me to come find him at the Colorado Renaissance Festival, where he was running short form encounters for D&D and Pirate Borg. And he gave me a hand-painted Admiral wood piece with a little HP on it, which I was like, what? This is really exciting. So
that was a
the
cool
fact
moment.
that he did this for the jam, I just honestly, I got teary-eyed.
Luke, I was there for that. Wasn't I there when he? Yeah, that's right.
This guy.
Yeah,
so
nice.
The grand prize winner of the Cabin Borg Fever is So Many Ways to Die. by Matt Rose. Yeah, play it, Tyler.
Yes, this is a video
Yeah.
with sound. If you don't have your sound on,
It's like a culmination of. It's like, how many hours did he spend on this?
Pirates
I have so
and
many questions.
scalawags we in the dark Caribbean on a roiling sea. Our health is low and the danger is high. There's so many ways to die. There's 5 in the crew. What are we to do? We've been blinded by a bilge rat, crunched by a croc, drowned in the droppings of a seagull flock, stung by the jellyfish hung from a rail, battered by a barnacled humpback whale.
But they're all
stabbed in
actual
the
monsters
groin
for
with
the
a
game.
rusty pitchfork, keel hauled under a Spanish man of war. Our health is low and the danger's high. There's so many ways to die. There's only 4 left on this bloody poop deck. We've been obliterated by an obscure oyster cult,
look at that thing.
mashed by a marrow mortar, quite an insult, electrocuted by an eldritch eel, an ancient elder our souls did steal, livers all black from years of rum. I just found out where scurvy comes from. Our health is low and the danger's high. There's so many ways to die. We're down to 3 on this forsaken sea. We've been bitten on the back by a banded sea crate, drawn and quartered by an angry sea wraith, shot in the gut with a cannonball, carried off whole by a carrion crow. Our lungs all filled with wet consumption, shocked by a shoggoth. Now isn't that something? Our health is low and the danger's high. There's so many ways to die. It's just us 2. We are so doomed. We've been gnawed on by a necro swine, pickled in a barrel of bile and brine, garroted by a gorilla crab, smashed so flat by a coral slab, burning under the sun in a gibbet cage, feeling the wrath of a mermaid's rage. Our health is low and the danger's high. There's so many ways to die. Now it's just me, it's time to flee. But I've been chomped in half by a fossil shark, chained in the well of eternal dark, stoned to death by a mad Jamaican, got heart disease from too much bacon, swung from a noose which did not slacken, gored by the beak of a love-crazed kraken. My health is low and the danger's high. There's so many ways to die.
Divided by the square root of 2 is
Well, you could complain that life's not fair, but the angry sea, it just don't care. My health is gone and the end is nigh. In the dark Caribbean, so many ways to die.
Dude, yes.
Bruh.
Oh my god. I just don't even
Bravo.
like.
Bravo.
Matt,
Produced by
thank
Additional Press by
you
Jim
so
King.
much for making that. So
Delivered
what I
service by
want to
Thomas
do,
West. Special thanks to John McCary, Luke Stratton, Michael Twigger, and my family.
I want
Copyright.
to put a spread in the book that has the sheet music of the melody and the lyrics, and then I want to write a shanty, like a mechanical shanty, so that people can sing it at the table and have an effect. Yeah, and I was thinking maybe we could like get his YouTube video, or if he wants us to put it on our YouTube channel and put a QR code in the book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I just can't imagine. I mean, like I know that people spend a lot of time on this, but
The production value of that video is just
So
great.
fucking
Like
it's like the shanty
I'm
alone
watching-
would have been good.
you guys sent me that video and I'm like, what the heck is this? Like what?
Yeah,
And Tyler's just like, just watch it.
Just watch it.
unbelievable.
He's like, and then like I had to watch it again.
Uh-huh.
I watched it 4 times in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do. It was stuck in my head for like 3 days after. I couldn't. I was
Dude,
just like,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's such a great tour of the setting and the vibe and the fun of it. Like, oh, it was brilliant.
It's also I think it really did a good job of like capturing Pirate Borg.
Yeah.
Like, in the Dark Caribbean, and
say
that
that.
like it's dark in a terrible place, but also kind of cute. It's like
Yeah.
Darkest
A little
Dungeon, you know.
funny,
It's like
yeah.
it's kind of you're like, yeah, you're gonna get scurvy and there's gonna be blood everywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna get consumption. The Shoggoth is gonna get you. So many ways to die. So lean in and have fun.
But also like now you're a talking parrot as your character. Like, he just so congratulations, Matt. I'm really, really blown away. We all were like, it wasn't even close. I mean, and I don't mean that as a slant on anybody else. Like it won, like
It was the
across the
winner.
board.
Yeah.
I think all of us, like, we were on that Discord chat, and we're just like, how do you follow this up? Like, it's just like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it even
Amazing.
won. It even won. You know, because we intentionally have the grand prize winner not count. It even got votes for best layout, like layout and art.
Yeah.
And like, not art, layout and graphic design, because of all the, you know, it's just
Yeah.
it just was a slam dunk.
It got
So
votes in
fun.
all 3 in every category. It got
Yeah,
extra.
it was-
It's just
yeah,
like
so-
not the
Yeah, not to take away from anybody else. It just was like clearly such a unique approach.
Very
and that's what we challenge people to do, right?
And that's exactly why I love this community.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Great. Yeah. So great job, everybody.
Congratulations, everyone.
I'm really, really blown away. Thank you for all the submissions. If you didn't get mentioned today, that does not mean you didn't do a great job. It just was really, really hard for us to choose.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a ton of stuff that just like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you could probably put another book like together, and it would just
Dude,
be just as
totally.
awesome.
I mean, it's funny you mentioned that, because some of the people who participated have already started another jam, and I would love to see, like, we don't have to be the only ones that run the jams. Like, they can, if you guys want to do an island jam or a, you know, I'm sure we'll do other ones in the future, but I think that it was really cool to see people come together and work together, and I hope that continues. I hope that people don't just think, okay, the jam's over, we're going to move on. Like, I think Pirate Borg has got there's still a lot of runway left, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time. We're just getting started, baby.
Let's rock.
Yeah. Okay. So, in the interest of not going too long, can we get some closing notes from you guys? Also, can you guys make plugs, especially Bridget and Doug, for your own socials, where they can find you, what you do, that kind of thing? We didn't start with that, so let's start with Bridget.
Oh, okay. We'll go loud and we'll go super fast. Hi, guys. I was one of your judges, Bridget Jeffries. Thank you for the opportunity, Limithron, Tyler, and Luke, to even be a part of this. You know what a fangirl I am over some Stratton brothers and how much I love Pirate Borg. Pirate Borg is just like... it could almost be prescribed for me on a couple of moments, because I know I've in some of the darkest moments of my life, and this is not me being theatrical, like literally some of the darkest moments of my life, and a Pirate Board game was just like, oh, that's right. There are fun things to enjoy that I can just lean into and have a good time. Like, I'm pretty sure Pirate Borg saved my origins of 2023. So, yeah, if you want to find me, I work full-time for Chaosium as their community coordinator. So I help writers get published on their community content platform. And then I also organize one of their organized gameplays, which I need to be taking notes from the Quartermaster program, because damn, if y'all don't have that down, like, wow. Then also I own Symphony Entertainment, which is a gaming company that focuses on horror games. So I do everything from sensitivity reading, writing, publishing, actual plays, podcasting. Pretty much if it's horror, tabletop, role-playing games, you can find me over at symphonyentertainment.com. Gentlemen, this was a blast. Thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute delight. I think I'm going to miss you guys. Just a little bit. That whole chat experience was us going back and forth. Did you see this? Have you talked about this? Have y'all read this? Did y'all look at this?
Just do it again.
I think I might miss you guys just a little bit.
I also want to mention that Bridget is also a consultant on Pirate Borg on the second printing and moving forward, and she'll be consultant moving forward. And you can see her as part of Pirate Borg Live, which happened at Necronomicon 2022. One of my favorite Pirate Borg sessions of my entire life, and there have been many. It's definitely worth watching. We have there's like a full multicam shoot on the YouTube. It's with a bunch of the Chaosium team. Man, A+. Love to see you, Bridget. Thank you so much.
Love you. Thank you for having me here, baby.
Doug, tell us about you, baby.
Baby.
Yeah. I'm Doug Shute. I was one of the judges for this jam, which was awesome. And I want to thank Tyler and Luke for asking me to be a part of it. That was very nice. I do Victory Condition Gaming. I do mostly, it's a podcast, much like Bridget's. It's a podcast. All sorts of media. I also do marketing consulting for the tabletop industry. You might have seen me at the Free League convention booths from time to time as well. From time to time, here and there. But yeah, I just do a lot of consulting with marketing in this space, and I just love helping creative people make cool stuff in games. This industry is so full of people like Luke and Tyler and Bridget that just want to make cool stuff. And how do we elevate and amplify that so that they can make more cool stuff or make their dreams possible? And that's, that nobody's in this business to get rich.
Honey.
Maybe Luke might disagree with that, but nobody's in this business to get rich. We're all doing it because
I'm in this to get rich in the soul, baby.
That's what it is. There we go. Soul enrichment.
These are passion projects for us because we've all had those work career lives where just soul sucking, and it's just you're doing what you have to do. And so if we can encourage people to be creative like this jam, maybe some of these people that got their first step in publishing or creating content, maybe we'll see them create their own game later on down the road. And that's what I love about this industry.
Yes,
see that
energy, Doug. That's why I love you around.
I also want to include that I feel like out of everybody on the planet that's not me, I think Doug is the person who's the most responsible for Pirate Borg being published through Free League. I think so. I think Doug helped push it into the right eyes. And Doug, you're the uncle I've never had. Sometimes the creepy uncle.
Sometimes the creepy uncle. Wow.
But in a good
blasted on stream.
I just want to say that I agreed to do this stream because I thought Luke and Tyler's mom was going to be on here.
See, I'm not wrong. I'm tracks.
She's gonna be so mad she wasn't here live. But
I'm very disappointed. I'm gonna send her an email as soon as we're off.
Yep.
Why email? Why just not Snapchat?
You don't have her direct phone. Don't you FaceTime with her every night before you say goodnight? Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to the topic.
Okay, so
go ahead, Tyler.
I just want to shout out to our other judges. They couldn't be here at the current moment because of work and stuff, but. Brian Cullen is a good friend of ours. He's a creator of Vasgrim and an amazing human being. I was just FaceTiming with him yesterday about.
I love Brian
and
so
stuff.
much.
So
I also want to say that Pirate Borg wouldn't exist without Brian. He was the first guy to do a full proper hack of Mork Borg, full production value for Vasgrim, which is kind of space worm punk neon. I love Vasgrim. Love Brian. He's been a mentor to me coming up in this industry, and he ran a jam as well for Vasgrim, and he has a similar third-party content program. So check out, if you're looking to make more content in a different genre in the Morkborg vibe, definitely check out Brian's stuff.
Yeah, he's awesome. He'll be at Gen Con as well. If you're coming, go say hi.
Yeah.
And then Hexeter and Brett are two awesome, probably most active Discord members and friends of ours now.
Definitely most active.
Yeah, and they are curators of the Ex Libris program, which is this is really important to this community. This is the website that takes all the third-party content that exists for all these games and hosts it in one place so that people can find them all. And they have a rule that says that it's not allowed to be curated by anybody who works on the actual games. So Hexeter and Brett, Jason and Brett take care of all that. And they post it onto Pirate Borg. So it says only 42 right now, but it's about to say about 200, give or take there with all the new
Dude, I want to go back to that
so.
page. I feel like as a community, our goal needs to beat Cyborg. I think now it's in firing range,
Yeah. I mean, this is already at a minimum 160 something. So, and that's not including the stuff that's come out since, which I know there's been several. So all the stuff's listed here and all that chat and sorted into different categories. So
great Hexeter, place for player or for GMs to find content for their games too.
Yeah. So Hexeter will be reaching out to the Cabin Fever people. We'll start a Facebook or Discord room in there for you guys to get him your stuff so he could put it up, and he just writes a brief non-opinionated review about it and stuff. So
I think it's a little opinionated.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
But
Good.
at least that's how the Morkborg one is. It's like slightly opinionated, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like Rotten Tomatoes, but it's a little bit more than like, it's not a marketing pitch. It's like, a short form approach. You know, whatever.
Yeah. Well, and Brett does it as well, and Brett is also the creator of the pirate generator. So it's just they're awesome guys. Thank you for your time and your efforts, and yeah. There you go.
Right. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
Guys.
Thank you for everybody submitting. If you made it to the end of the stream, congratulations. You win nothing.
Ha!
You probably get a free pin and a free sticker because
you
you put into the jam. So
Put some respect on that
I will
merch.
send those. I will be sending those out personally. Two things on timeline before we go. I'll be sending out the rewards as soon as I get them in. We have the database already for everybody there. So if you don't know what I'm talking about and you haven't filled out your information, reach out to me on Discord or support@limithron.com and say, hey, I didn't get the survey. I will personally be emailing them or mailing them physically from my house out to you guys when I get them. And then we're going to work on getting the print. Zach Goins is going to be working on putting everything together. We'll get a PDF version of that. Luke, are we releasing the winners Google Doc that I sent you here? Are we making that public to make it easy to see who the winners are?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, never mind. All right. Well, so we'll have a list of the winners up and all that jazz. And then once we have a timeline, we'll keep you posted. But just note, it's a 6-month process minimum to get something printed overseas. And that's from when we have the files. So it's going to take us some time to get the stuff together, make it great, send it over, have that all happen. And then there's plus the other Kickstarter that we're doing to save everybody money and get it into more places than we would have otherwise. So I know there'll be a lot of questions about that. I'm here to field them. I'm happy to do so. So just reach out to us when you're curious how it's going.
All right, you salty barnacles. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the dark Caribbean where there are so many ways to die.
Happy sailing.
Bye, guys.
Bye.